Yes, it's Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology. I look inside, and I'm here to bring the party. It's Saturday Night Lives. Hey, come on. Always partying. Yeah. Start the party. I told you I'm trying to come up with a rhyme or something. Oh my goodness. I got a lot to talk about tonight. We got the new moon coming up in Sagittarius. And Venus is going to be moving into Sagittarius. And Saturn is moving into Aquarius. And Jupiter is moving into Aquarius. Oh my gosh, we got so much going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm serious. Oh, but for now, let's party. All right. Yes. And also, I'm going to be doing the new moon tarot readings. And if anyone wants a personal reading, you got to do a super chat. And I'll do one for you. Okay? That's the deal. Okay? All right. Yeah. You know, this guy just make the neck want to go, right? Yes. Yeah. Got me here trying to do the WAP and stuff. Okay, look. This is Capricorntigress of Astrology. I look inside, and it is Saturday Night Lives. And I don't know if you guys were here. I know there were some people here last night. I snuck in on a Friday night and did romance readings for December because I realized, well, you know, it's almost middle of December, so I wanted to get those in. So anyone, I'm going to, we'll do film editing sometime soon. Anyway, let's talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. There's a lot going on. I mean, a lot. I mean, yeah, a lot. I'm pulling up astro.com, but I had took some notes earlier. And even without doing that, I mean, it's insane because it's like such a packed week. There's such movement going on with the planets. But on top of everything, don't forget, we got that crazy conjunction going on between Jupiter and Saturn on the 21st, which just happens to be, you know, like winter solstice, you know, so like, it's a lot going on here. So, okay, and the biggest thing I forgot to tell you guys. So the new moon that's happening on the 14th is a solar eclipse. And oh no, it's not just any old solar eclipse. It's a total solar eclipse. So it's like one of the youngest new moons like ever, this little Sagittarius new moon. And it's a total solar eclipse. So just be aware of that. One of the things I saw said to listen first and act later. Listen first and act later. And I think that's going to be difficult for some people when the moon is waning The the crescent moon is waning like that because it's Sagittarius. And it's actually it's making a wide opposition, but it is, yeah, it's going to be opposed the North Node. One of the things as Saggies, and I love you, Sag. I've got Sag rising in Seattle. And according to Eastern astrology, I'm a double Sag, not a double Capricorn. Isn't that weird? Like in Western astrology, I'm a double Capricorn with Taurus moon. In Eastern astrology, I'm a double Sag with Aries moon. So I mean, you can see a little of both in me. I mean, I am what I am. But Saggy, this opposition is going to affect us. And the reason is Sagittarius love to talk. Like they love to think fast, talk fast, know the answer, know the truth, own the truth. There's a lot of dogma that comes from a lot of Saggies. And this is going to sound so bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a lot of the Trumpers that are Saggies. Only because the ninth house rules Sagittarius. And the ninth house rules things like politics and dogma and um, legal things, legislative things, judicial things, travel, but politics and even the military, like the Proud Boys, all of that kind of stuff. That's all those activists, I got a cause type things. And a lot of that is happening with his followers. I just wanted to bring it up because even as I talk, there are many Trumpers that have been acting out after the Supreme Court decided that Trump did indeed lose this election. Now, I personally don't know of anyone who voted for Trump, but that's because, well, I'm black and, or at least brown enough, I'm black. Okay. So I don't know of anybody who voted for Trump personally. I mean, not personally. Okay. And if they did, they don't come around me and say it. But there are a lot of Trumpers out there who believe in that ideology. And that ideology is exactly what I'm talking about. It's a certain type of dogma that they bought into. It's going to take years, maybe decades, I think, to cleanse their minds of whatever this is that they believe in. I I shudder to think, I mean, to put our entire nation in jeopardy for one man who was never that great of a man. I don't mean to be cruel, but I'm from New Jersey. And he just demolished the Delaware Valley back in the early 80s. And when he was building those building the casinos, so many businesses where I grew up in South Jersey, and that's Atlantic City, Philadelphia, New York, that whole area there. But um, he did some dastardly. And how he was doing it was he was getting people to, I mean, some people lost their, I remember a guy killed himself because they put their whole lives on the line, like doing construction work. So you would get an entire crew out there to work on the project. And then you got guys waiting, they got to pay and feed their families. And there was no money coming. Trump didn't pay them. And he did it repeatedly. I think he filed bankruptcy altogether 10 times. Look, everybody they can go for and believe what they want to believe. But I have a firm belief about that person. And because that person was not ever a good person, I mean, that I recall. And so there was a guy that I really liked that, I think idolized him, and I had to stop, like, just curtail everything because, I mean, there's this dogma. You're buying into the process, into the propaganda of who they want you to believe. The hero worship is strong. And Saji, hero worship. you know, that dogma. It could be blind faith, you know, religion is also the ninth house. So if someone's really into deep religious doctrine or dogma, you know, that's also very ninth house. So I could see where there could be people who are fighting or arguing over their religious dogma, you know, that type of thing. It's just a lot of that can happen. Okay, so be cautious about that. That, you know, we're talking about a total solar eclipse here. It's just one of those things where it's not it's not an easy subject. Okay, and as I've been looking at the just the things that come, yeah, I try not to look at the news. No way. I just look at sound bites and decisions once they've been made. I do not want to sit on pins and needles and follow this insult to American justice. It's insulting. Only the only reason I'm insulted by it because we allowed him to stay in office for 4 years, even after we learned that he was elected by Ukrainian bots. And so for him to be not such a good loser, it's embarrassing, it's insulting, it's upsetting, it's sad because our nation doesn't need that right now. It's really time to start repairing and preparing. You know, I've been getting into a whole bunch of spiritual things. And I think this is another way this is all going to pan out. Because as I look here with the sun in Sagittarius and the moon in Sagittarius and Mercury's the sun, the moon's at 1 degree of Sagittarius right now. And Mercury's at 17 degrees of Sagittarius. And that is conjoined the sun, although a little wide. But that's so much Saggy. I mean, it's so much. And so anything that you would do to get into your deeper, higher self, like your higher consciousness, to get to you, do that now. And you know, don't I shouldn't say don't because you can do whatever you want, but I would avoid like exuding anything that is negative now. Like just it's a good time to listen and learn things. Like we might learn different things. We might discover different things suddenly over the next few days between now and I would say the 15th. So, because we've got a lot going on. We've got Venus going into Sag on the 15th. And of course, like I said, that new moon total solar eclipse in Sag happens on the 14th. And don't forget that all this Sag, it all is going to activate things like the liver, the hips, the thighs, the lower back, that sacral area, you know, like the groin area, like groin poles and all that. So be careful. Also, like when you're doing stretching, dancing, walking, exercise, Saggies like to gallop because they're really part centaur. So a lot of people do too much when the moon and the sun and Mercury and soon Venus are all in Sag like that. I mean, this is a big stellium. And so the urge to do too much, especially with Mars being in Aries, actually trying the sun like exactly. Just be careful, like overworking out. I can see that happening. Oh gosh, don't try to run. I don't think like on the 14th, don't run, don't do it. Oh, I was going to start the 21-day dance challenge on the 15th. Maybe I should move that up a little bit. Maybe I should move it to after the 21st. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. I think I'll announce that. Because I don't think starting the dancing so with so much Sag or right after that new moon like that, because the moon is so low and there's not enough energy to propel us. So maybe if we do it closer to the next full moon, which is the 29th, which is going to be a huge moon, by the way, the cold moon. But anyway, We also, as I mentioned, have Saturn. It is right at 29 degrees, and Jupiter's at 28 degrees. They're just neck and neck trying to get there. Venus at 26 degrees of Scorpio. I love it. Almost on my Venus. My Venus straddles like Scorpio and Sag. So I don't know whether or not to be like overbearing and domineering and controlling, or to be like, yeah, let's all have fun. Like, that's ridiculous, but it's crazy. Also, Mercury is going into Capricorn on the 20th. So that we also have that. And when Mercury gets into Cap, I mean, this Mercury is moving fast then, because it's the 12th and it's at 17 degrees of Sag right now. But on the 20th, it's going to be in Capricorn. So it's moving doubly quick. So just be aware how fast Mercury is moving. I think also when I think of Mercury moving that quickly, that be careful of our speaking, especially with all that Sag. Again, Sagittarius is the sign that likes to be right. Like, someone might listen to something I said tonight already, because, I kind of intimated my feelings about, the Trump regime. And they might get all upset about it because I've got my own personal dogma about that. But that, like I said, it's because I'm from Jersey. It's because of the time that I grew up there, what I saw and experienced, even on the news. It wasn't hidden. So, I mean, he was regroomed or whatever to run for president, but I've never forgotten what he did 30 some years ago. I'm that old, so it didn't escape me. But some people don't know that person. They only know the guy from television. So when I say things like that, like they didn't know about it, so it didn't exist, but it does exist. So, we can't close our eyes to reality. And that's the type of thing that I think we're going to be dealing with. Or, maybe just listening in because our reality may be askew, or we might be seeing things through our own dogma. And I'm really conscious of that, with astrology right now, because there's so many people with their dogma who are so, there's so much religious backlash about astrology. And I was listening to Cryon. I think I had mentioned that the other day. I've been listening in on that. And they were explaining about how astrology is a science. And I have always believed that. I think I said it myself just a week or so ago, that astrology is a God-given science. It's something that we have no control over because we didn't put those planets into position that way. That was created that way beyond us, something beyond our knowing. But we were given this little clue, and those of us who were lucky enough to understand the clues can help people with those clues. And I'm really proud to be one of those people who learn to interpret and translate those clues. And so I will continue doing that. Okay. So let's move on next to the next what we're going to do, because everything else is basically the same as it was last night. We're dealing with the same issues. So, the only thing I would say is to get ready for when Mercury does go into Capricorn, because that's when everyone's going to start to see the big picture. And I think things are really going to, people are going to wisen up and become a little bit more dogmatic, not dogmatic, a little bit more pragmatic. Like, they're going to start thinking in reality terms. Like right now, I think people are thinking in their emotional state, and not in the reality terms of what's probably best for everybody right now. And I definitely staying with the old regime that we just got out of. No, that's not good for anybody, I don't think, at this point. So anyway, you guys, I am done with rambling about the horoscope chart is right. Let me put on some music and party while I take a sip of tea and get ready for the cards. Yes. Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna pull out my Japanese card deck tonight. Yes, indeed. Let's see what we got going on with that. Once again, going to be doing new moon readings for the signs. If you would like to give a reading with me, I just suggest you get a super chat. And I'll be doing those after I do these for the signs because I have to get these done, okay? So we'll do these new moon readings. And the new moon readings are good for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so send out my love. Okay, you guys, I'm almost done. Give me 1 second. One more little thing I gotta do here. Okay, tarot reading. Just do a super chat. Okay, let's see. Now we go. All right, let's see here. I'm going to start with the sign of Sagittarius. The sign of Sagittarius, because we're still in Sagittarius season. I haven't used this deck as much as my other deck, so it's still a little stiff. So let's see what we got to tell Sagittarius. Divine Spirit, show me clearly the special message you have for the sign of Sagittarius. This. Okay. Show me clearly. Okay. Show me clearly the message you have for Sagittarius. What is that special message for Sagittarius? Okay. Anything else? One more. Okay. So Sagittarius, can't even believe it. First card, the Hermit, the 9 card. Your card, Sagittarius, your card. The Hermit 9. And the Hermit stands for everything I just talked about, which is the God principle, dogma, religion, meditation, and that higher knowledge, and speaking to spirits, and having your religious belief system. It could be learning, doing things in private, higher consciousness, all of that. The Hermit. And it's Sagittarius, both numerology and astrology. The 9 is Sagittarius. And next, you got the 6 of Swords. I believe it is 6 of Swords. Okay. It's the 6 of Swords. And I'm not used to seeing the 6 of Swords in this one. But as I look at this, it's moving away. Definitely moving away, isn't it? I mean, if you look at this close, they've got like here, and they got the child and the mother, and they're kind of in the little thing getting away from whatever it is they're getting away from. But it's definitely a moving away situation. I'm just coming here to see if I've got any extra notes about the 6 of Swords that I could share with you, and give you more, details, as I'm always doing that. But I don't think I do. I don't think so. Let me just check. 6 of Swords is one of those cards I need to spend more time on, because I know I don't. Is this Swords here? No, this is Wands. Let's see if this is Swords. Otherwise, yeah, this is. Now, according to this, it's not a bad card, 6 of Swords. And that it's possible to master your situation and be the master of a situation. It could also be success in work and good plans. And it's advisable to be more active now. And so that moving. So I just think of Gemini when I see 6 of Swords. And also for me, I always think about arguments. I don't know why, but I do. 6 of Swords. So the Hermit and 6 of Swords, whatever it is, I mean, you're doing some kind of work, it looks like, maybe in private. Page of Cups, that emotional offer, that emotional communication coming in, maybe a phone call, email, or text, something like that. Maybe helping you to move away from something. Oh, yeah. And then we got the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. So maybe whatever you're moving away from is going to lead you to this 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a great card. My goodness. This is like getting, I mean, especially since it was right next to the Page of Cups. So getting the offer to have the 10 of Cups, oh my gosh. I wouldn't move away into that. That's good. Oh, and then you got the Wheel of Fortune. This is great. This is a 10 card. This is another 10, basically. This is great, Sagittarius. I mean, it is Sagittarius season. So this is great. I mean, you have the potential to do a lot. Oh, and then it got the Fool. I think a lot of this good is going to come when you go out on a limb and you do something and stand up and, do something maybe even out of the blue, but start something new, do something creative, go out on a limb, take a chance. Don't hold back, whatever it is. And then here's the 4 of Cups. Some Sagittariuses might be, just because this is the current position, you might be so worried over that one darn cup that you don't got, that you forget that you got 3 other cups. This again is making me think some Saggies might get into that argument. Like y'all might get into an argument over something so silly. Like a dumb argument. All emotional. Look, he's literally pouting. Whenever I see this card, I'm like, why is he sitting here pouting? Oh, look at this mess. And the 8 of Swords. I'm serious. I think some Saggies might get into some kind of thing. I think verbally, I think it is, because the Swords was the, right? Yeah, it was 6 of Swords on the Hermit. It's verbal. It's mental too. It's a mental thing. So here's the 8 of Swords. You feeling bound by something. You're probably not bound by it by all. You can just undo it, whatever it is you think you're bound to. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And I think you need to use your intuition about it. I think you need to use your higher mind. Here's a high priestess. Use that inner voice. Listen to that inner voice. Sometimes we just need to shut off everything and just wait until that inner voice tells us. That's what this is, Saji. And you really, during this new moon, I think this is really, really going to be important for you to do that. Especially if you feel the urge, because some Saggies might be down. It is a new moon. That means it's waning, it's at its lowest point. So for some Saggies, they're going to feel like they're at their lowest point. And so if you start feeling that way, just let it go. Don't take it out on anybody. And watch that mouth, because Saggies will, the mouth. And, use your intuition, high priestess. And then realize that your royalty, King of Wands, this is Sagittarius, right? King of Wands, your royalty. You don't need to sink down to whatever it is. You need not go there when you are the King of Wands. Or you might be dealing with a King of Wands, but I think this is just you, Saggy, being the King of Wands, a leader, someone that people can look up to and trust, and who gets things done. That's Sagittarius. Now look, there was one extra card that came out, and it was the Seven of Swords. Y'all better not be starting no fight with nobody. I'm serious. I know you might win the fight, but why start the fight? Why try to get away with something? This is y'all trying to start the fight, get away with something. I'm just saying, don't y'all have to do that. Let me see. I like to take the cards apart, and when I do that, it tells me a certain story. It's so weird because I'm not using my normal deck, that I normally use. So I feel a little discombobulated. I'm so used to that deck. But I have to start playing with other decks. You know, it's best to play with more than one deck. It is. So let's see, we had 6, 7, 8 here. Yeah, there was no doubles. Isn't that funny? I didn't realize that. And then we didn't have any aces either. And we only had the Page of Cups and the King of Wands. Basically, the emotional message and you. Right? That's it. So look, I like to take the major arcana, read them backwards. When I do that, it tells a story. It's usually a different or inside story. I don't know how you want to look at it, but I'm going to do that for you. Once I get this back, come back wherever it went. Why does it do that? It blurs me out. Hello? Hello? I'm here. Where am I? Hello. I don't know why it does that. It's so very irritating. And I feel like I want to get a new recorder because there's no reason for it to be, there we go, for it to be that blurry. So upsetting. Anyway, here we go. First, it was the Hermit. This is you. This is a 9 card. This is Sagittarius. This is reading, studying, learning, thinking, praying, meditating, spending time alone, probably gaining knowledge, more information, that type of thing. But I think whatever you are doing, Saji, I think it's going to lead to fortune. This is a fortune card. And the Wheel of Fortune, it could land on any fortune in any direction, but it is a fortune card. And so it's coming. Oh, yes. Especially when you use your higher mind, when you use your intuition, when you use your inner voice, that inner guidance, the high priestess within you, when you do that, because Sagittariuses are known for their higher intelligence. So use your inner voice, your higher mind, Sagittarius, especially during this week, okay? Much love, much light to you, Saggy. I hope this resonated with you. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to like and share our videos, like and, and subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so you know when I'm going live, okay? Much love to you. and happy holidays. So I'm going to be moving on to the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to separate the cards, put my music on. I like to do that when I separate the card, and then we'll move right on to Capricorn. So let's do that. So Cappy, and let's see what song I'm going to play. What's this song? Doesn't even, it's not even coming on right away. Whatever it is, I don't play it much. Oh, this little song. Mm, mm, This just sounds like a 1990 song. I don't know why. It just does. I play this a lot in some of my videos. You can tell my age by the songs I created. You really can. Oh my gosh. Okay. This once, twice, three times, and cuatro. Yeah, cuatro. Yeah, let's do that. What? Oh, so much bigger deck that I'm used to. So Divine Spirit, show me clearly. What is the special message you have for the sign of Capricorn? Show me clearly. What are we sharing with the sign of Capricorn? Show me clearly what to share with the sign of Capricorn. What are we sharing with Capricorn? Show me clearly. What is that special message for the sign of Capricorn? Show me clearly. What are we sharing with the sign of Capricorn? Show me clearly. Show me. Show. Ooh. Wow. Well, they look like they were backwards to me. I mean, that's the way I picked them up. I don't know why I picked them up that way, but is there any other message that you have here for this? Any other message? Sorry, there's another. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so here's the message I have for Cappy. And I thank you so much for your patience. So Capricorn, the first card I got was death. I think some Capricorns, we're putting an end to something. Something is ending. I think for some, it may just be that we're changing the way we do certain things. We're changing or getting rid of things that no longer are, worth working. So this could be the death of something. Something might have to, be let go. Um, and then there was the King of Wands. The King of Wands. This could be a Sagittarius. This could be a Leo. This could be an Aries. Something of that nature. Um, with the Death card. But I'm thinking with the King of Wands, it's something that's. I think it's going to be a quick, decisive act. Like you're gonna. That's it. Like you're gonna make a quick action, a quick, decisive decision. Oh yeah, yep. Look at this. You might even be dealing with an Aries, okay? Because we got the King of Wands and then the Emperor right after the death. Now, I don't know. I'm freaking out again because I mean, it's like I don't know if this is my Scott Bob situation because my friend Scott passed away and I didn't know it. He was an Aries Emperor, and but I'm thinking in this case it's about um, putting an end to something and making a quick, firm, decisive decision, taking the leadership role, taking the executive stance, and doing something and getting it done, putting an end to something. And I think also this is something that will most likely call on you having courage, having the courage to start something new, having courage to go in a whole new direction or to begin a new project or to stand on your own or, whatever it is. But I do believe that it's looking forward, in the future and having courage to go toward it. And I think it is about learning a new skill, a new trade, a new way that you're going to be making money. You being the leader, you taking the leadership role in making this or doing this skill or mastering this new skill of yours, something that you're doing. Oh, and here's the Nine of Cups. This could lead to some kind of success for you. Whatever it is, I think you can appeal to people's emotions. And I think this could lead to success. I mean, you want to watch out for being, into yourself, right? Because then that could bring on jealousy and stuff like that. But the potential for success is there, uh, definitely. If you get out of your head and get into your success mode, you can do this. Here's the Queen of Swords. This is another indication that something's being cut off. The Queen of Swords, when I see her in her reading, she's like to me the off with your head queen because she's had enough. She's put up with enough ish. She's not putting up with no ish no more. And when I see her, I usually think, oh, somebody's cutting something off. And we had the death card and they're cutting something off. She's done. I mean, usually I'm just saying the queen of swords is usually done. Because she's been through it and she's older and she's wise and she knows all the secrets. She knows all the tricks and she ain't falling for them. I mean, that's just her. That's just the way she is. So I'm also looking up something else for you guys because the next card I got was in reverse. And I want to make sure I tell you the right one and not, I want to give you the right, all the right info on it. Let's make sure I got the right one. I, I swear I never see the ones I need when I need them. Like what? Wait, let me see. I'm just so frustrated with that. No, it's all the same one. What is going on? Now that's frustrating. Oh my gosh, that is really frustrating. So I'm getting rid of that. Because how many of the same one do you need anyway? And let's see, what's this one? Oh, wait. Yep, I see. Here's what I want down here. I think getting rid of a couple of those extras was what I needed. The reason why I wanted to make sure I was telling you the right thing is because I don't want to say something and have it be completely not what I really should be saying during this reading. And you got the Knight of Wands in reverse. And I just wanted to refresh myself with what it said. And yes, it's doing too much, Capricorn. Doing too much, moving too fast. Someone leaving, again, leaving, right? Look at that. In and out, a lover leaving, moving out of the house. a level of commitment that isn't what it could be, something like that. All of that is indicated here. And then you got the Hermit in reverse. What? Now I don't know. I mean, I'm immediately thinking, oh, watch out for closed-mindedness, because the Hermit is usually um I think of as someone who's opening up to education and knowledge, um, learning more. And when it's in reverse, I'm thinking that's not going to be the case. That it's somebody who's going to block that knowledge somehow. So let me just see what this officially says about the Hermit in reverse, because you got these two cards in reverse. Yeah, this is feeling lonely. Something is ending, maybe a relationship. This is feeling lonely, crimes against you, betrayal by friends and family, hiding what you really think. You might feel lonely, you might feel betrayed to some dishonesty. You feel like you're alone and that you don't have people don't have your back. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that's not good. That's sad. I'm really sad to hear this. Here's the thing. It ends on the High Priestess, Capricorn. So I'm thinking whatever is going on, use your intuition, use your inner voice, your inner knowledge, your inner knowing. Use that. I mean, it might just be that you need to you're another one that might need to like meditate and pray and do binaural beats and tapping and like EFT and all that. But get in touch with your higher self. Use this time because right when everything's in Sagittarius, Capricorn, it's in your 12th house. And the 12th house is like dreams, the inner, our inner selves, like our inner knowing, and are really kind of like this, like that inner knowledge, that higher knowledge. So getting in touch with your inner self, spending time maybe alone and praying and meditating, and like when I'm not doing this, I've got uh to uh, Tibetan, like Tibet, Tibetan bells, chimes. My healing, my spiritual teacher, she's been mastering it. So I listen to her a lot doing it. But there's one that I found that goes, it's like a house cleansing and a spiritual cleansing, and I just play it in the background all day. They've got these really big, strong singing bowls, and so, something like that, singing bowls or something. Now, Capricorn, there were three extra cards that came out. The first was the Fool. So, yeah, use your higher intuition and then step out on faith. That's what that's telling you. Step out on faith. Take a chance. Take a risk. Use your intuition, though, right? Use your intuition and then step out on faith. And here's that Page of Cups. It might be on an offer you get, maybe a telephone call or a message, or someone who makes maybe even a romantic gesture, but it might just be an emotional call or message or email or something. But, again, step out on faith. And if this is about an argument, unless you really want to end with someone, let the argument go. Put down your swords. You've won the battle. So put down your swords. Let the fight, let it die. The fight end. There's no need to keep that up. I do that, right? So I hope you hear what I'm saying. Because sometimes we get caught up in the fight, the battle, and the fight is long over. And there's no need for us to be caught up in that battle. But yet we persist in it, holding on to grudges and things of that nature. And it doesn't serve us and it doesn't serve anyone really. So if you can manage to pull yourself out of that, do it. Definitely. Why not? So I'm looking here at, the Knight of Wands. Usually when I see it, I always think of battle. It's a battle card when I see the Knight of Wands charging in all his regalia. But when I see it in reverse, I'm thinking, oh, don't hold back on that battle. Don't charge in there, even if you get the emotional communication, the emotional email or letter or call or whatever, watch out on charging in on that battle. And then, of course, the King of Wands. This could involve an Aries, a Leo, a Sag, and then the Queen of Swords. I think some caps are just not having it, whatever it is, putting an end to that. Like, nope, we're not talking about that. So I like to read the major arcana backwards, or from the way I got it in, and or yeah. Anyway, it tells a story. So when I read just the major arcana, just in the way it came out, it tells me a story. So here we go. Something's ending, Capricorn. It's ending soon. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I believe something's ending. And I think you're going to have to make an executive decision. You're going to have to take the lead. You're going to have to take a leadership position in something and get it done and take action. And this is the card of the boss. And you're going to have to be the boss, Capricorn, and take that leadership role. You could be dealing with an Aries. And here the Hermit was in reverse. And the Hermit in reverse is, you might be, I think this may be closed-mindedness. I want you to watch out for that. Pulling yourself away, closing up, but just being closed-minded in general to new ideas and information. Let that come through, whatever it is, whatever that info is that you need, higher learning, let it come through. Use your intuition. High priestess here. That's use your higher mind, like your higher knowledge. That 12th house, I'm thinking dreams, because the 12th house is the house of dreams. So I think between now and the 21st, before things move into Capricorn, use your intuition a great deal. Use your higher knowledge and your inner wisdom, and take a chance. Don't hold back. Sometimes we Capricorns, we will hold back for 50 years because we're so responsible, we're so cautious. But take a chance. Go out on a limb, make it happen, Capricorn. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And I think you can make it happen, okay? So be the fool. Go out there and take a chance and make what you want happen and use your intuition, okay? So much love and light to you, Capricorn. Many blessings. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share our videos and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you hit the little bell so you know whenever I'm going live and whenever I'm uploading new videos here to the channel. And stop by our website, which is Astrology. Look inside and subscribe over there. So you know whenever I'm uploading new blogs to the website and new products. Okay? Much love and light to you, okay? Much love, Capricorns. I love my Capricorns. Okay, so we are going to move on to the sign of Aquarius. And although I just moved it and I can't prove it, I just saw the star card. So that bodes very well for the sign of Aquarius. And I'm going to put on my little music while I do the cards. Okay. Ooh, show me clearly, Divine Spirit. What is the special message? Aquarius. Show me clearly. What are we sharing with Aquarius? What is the special message for Aquarius? Show me clearly. What are we sharing with Aquarius? Show me clearly. What is the special message? Wow. Wow. message for Aquarius? What are we showing with the sign of Aquarius? Showing with the sign of Aquarius. Yeah, I love it. Anything else? What else are we showing? What Aquarius should we do? Oh, yes. Anything else for Aquarius? Anything else? They got a message. Aquarius. Okay, I'm going to end it right there because you've got a couple of extra messages. Okay, let me get some tea. Yeah. Okay. Aquarius. You started out with the Four of Staves. I love the Four of Staves. It's a great card. This is like the family. This is emotional security, emotional happiness. This is building a strong, happy home life and unity in your home and getting along with your family. All of that. I wonder though if you're not feeling bound by something though. Is it that you feel like you can't get that happy home life? Here's the Eight of Swords, which is crossing you, telling me you feel like you're bound, Aquarius. And, with you being Aquarius and it being an Eight of Swords, I'm thinking this is you feeling like you can't get that emotional fulfillment. You got the Hermit. Maybe you feel like you're working, a lot, or studying a lot, uh, being alone a lot. I mean, COVID's making it so a lot of us are alone. And you might be feeling that. Oh, yeah, look at this. Nine of Swords. This is literally crying in your bed. Nightmares, bad thoughts, negative thoughts, maybe. Some Aquariuses are dealing with that. But I think whatever is going on, you're going to have victory. You need to realize that. I think, sometimes when we're going through a painful experience, it's hard to think that we're going to get victory at the end of it because it seems so impossible. But if you just look at that, you're going to get victory, Chariot. And it's going to happen quickly. I mean, you could be dealing with a Cancer, but I think you're going to have victory. Look at this. So here's the Knight of Swords, but here's the Chariot. So it's coming in fast, and it's the Knight of Swords. This is like a battle cry. This is like fast battle cry, like victory or death. Like I shall survive. I'm coming in, like literally riding in like victory. Okay. I see it, Aquarius. Knight of Swords. My goodness. Oh, yes. And here in the current position, 10 of Cups. Victory. This is that fulfillment you're looking for. I think you're going to end up with it. I think you're going to get it. I think you really have the potential of getting that. I think you just have to move away from whatever has not been serving you, whatever is not, getting you there. But I think you are going to be moving into the potential to get what you want. I think that movement is that. Oh, Ace of Swords. It's all on you. Aquarius, you got this. Done deal. Ace of Swords. This is victory. It's pure victory no matter who gets it. But an Aquarius getting it in an Aquarius reading, hello. It just keeps it victory. And I think you get the victory when you give. The more you give, 6 of coins, the more you give, the more you get. The more you give, the more you get. The more you give, the more you get. That's the main reading. But you got 4 extra cards that came out, Aquarius. And I couldn't believe it when I saw this, because the first card that came out was the sun. And you know what I'm about to do when I see the sun, right? You win, Aquarius. You win. I'm telling you, you win. I mean, not only did you get the chariot, and you and the ace of swords, you got the sun. You win. And you get the ace of cups. Hello. Emotional fulfillment. I told you I saw emotional fulfillment. You just have to get out of your head, get out of your mind. Your emotions. This is the 5 of cups. This is feeling down on yourself. And we all have that dark side where we're feeling a little down. And I think for some Aquariuses, this is going to be hard, because some Aquariuses have not experienced a Saturn return before, or they're so young that they can't remember a Saturn return. And this feeling of this, see, look how he looks, that gloom and doom. That feeling, that's that Saturn in Aquarius. It's kind of like in the background. You feel it coming, you know. And some Aquariuses are taking that in and are getting down. But don't do that. Saturn in Aquarius is going to be a time for you to work hard, Aquarius, to put in your best. And also over the next 2 weeks, you know, as after this new moon, well, the moon has to rise again. So you use those 2 weeks from the 14th to the 29th to rise and get out of this. Okay? And it'll lead to your 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I love it. This is the best way. I didn't know that was there. This is amazing. You win. How many times am I going to tell you? Aquarius, let me pull these cards apart. I'm like in shock that was the last card. There's a couple of good things that came out of this. So we're going to take a look at that. I had noticed we've got several 6s here. We've got several 10s here. Let's see, several 9s in this reading. Yeah, this was a really full reading here. Okay, so let's see here. We've got the Hermit that goes over here. Okay. So we got 2. Let me see, what's that? 2 10s. I thought there were 2 9s. Here's 2 6s. Maybe there was just 1 9. Make sure I didn't drop anything. No. I guess there was just 1 9. Okay, so 2 10s and 2 6s. And 2 aces. That's what definitely we got this. I didn't realize that when we did this, there was really only 1, right? 1. Yeah. 1 minor arcana face card, which was the Knight of Swords. That was it. No kings, no queens, nothing else. Isn't that weird? So let's look these up, and then I'll tell you what the major arcana. This was an interesting reading. So I'm excited about this reading for Aquarius. I don't know what you got coming up, but it is certainly something for sure. So you had 2 6s, and 2 6s in a reading, Aquarius, mean that you have a special relationship that's not yet amazing, but it could be. Also, there could be irritations with people who are around you, And this could also be with workmates that, you know, that you're connected with your career. They could be irritating you. So be aware of that, Aquarius. That might be irritating. Um, so let's see what 2 10s are. You also got 2 10s. And I will tell you what 2 10s are. So 2 10s. Let's see here. 2 10s. The situations in your life are coming to a natural end. Relationships are going to the next level. And the end of several areas of your life at one time. Several things are ending for you right now. I guess so that you can get what you need, but you know. So let's see what 2 aces mean. So 2 aces in a reading. Financial increase via purchases and small investments, like investing in yourself so that you, like if you have an online business. You may be moving into a new house or purchasing some new household items. Also, that you could make a large business purchase. And if you do, it'll be money well spent. Also, for relationships, it could refer to things that you'll purchase as a couple. And it could also mean that there's a lack of progression, perhaps in a relationship. So be aware of that. Now, when I look at the major arcana and read the major arcana backwards, you know, we have the Hermit, which is basically, it's just saying take time to pray and meditate and to think on everything before you act. Take that time to gain that wisdom before you make that decision. That's exactly what that is. And I think once you do that, I think with the Chariot coming next, by doing that, it's going to lead to your success. And this is victory. And this is victory coming quickly. Aquarius says you got victory coming quickly. And it ends on the sun. And you know I'm going to do it right. You win, Aquarius. You win. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful. And then here I'm looking at the Ace of Swords, your ace in your reading, and the sun. You win, okay? And the Chariot. You win, Aquarius. You win. Okay, so that's my reading for the next couple of weeks. For the sign of Aquarius under this new moon in Sagittarius, there's no way you're missing. You better not miss. I don't see that happening. Okay, so if you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share the video. Wait a minute, it's doing that thing. What? Why does it do it? Why is it fading me out like that? Why? Okay, so if you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share the videos. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell so you know whenever I'm going live, whenever I'm uploading new videos here on YouTube. And stop by the website, Astrology Look Inside, and subscribe there so you know whenever I'm uploading new blog posts and products and stuff like that. And like us on Facebook and Instagram at Astrology Look Inside. Okay. Much love and light to you, Aquarius. Many blessings. Happy holidays. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the sign of Pisces. Pisces. Let's see what we're telling Pisces. Okay. And by the way, if you should stop by and see me over here singing and acting a fool and say, hey, I want that woman to do a reading for me. Well, I would do said reading for you, but you must get a super chat. Okay. So as long as you get a super chat, I will do your reading. And you can just find super chat by clicking on that little $ right there at the bottom of the chat. Little $. When you click on that, you can do a little super chat and ask me a question and I'll answer that question. Okay. All right. It's only fair to do it that way. So, like, mama will work with those who pay mama. That's just the way it works. I'm just keeping it real. So let's see, what are we sharing with the sign of Pisces? Let's see. What are we going to share with Pisces? And let me pull on my music. It always inspires me when I play my little music when I do this. So show me clearly, divine spirits, a special message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, show me, what are we sharing with Pisces? Show me clearly, special message for Pisces. What are we sharing with Pisces? What is that special message for Pisces? Show me clearly, what am I sharing with the sign of Pisces? Anything else to share with Pisces? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Divine Spirit, show me clearly. Anything else? Is that it? Anything else? Wow, Pisces. Yes. All right now. Okay. 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 All right. So Pisces. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm just keeping it real. So Pisces, your very first card, the Star. I like the Star card. I mean, normally it's an Aquarius card, but what I like about it is it shows someone who wins after losing. No matter what you've been through, the sun will shine on you again. You may have to let out all the tears. See how they're pouring out that water? Let out that emotion, let out those tears. But when you do, the sun will shine on you again. That's beautiful. I think if this has anything to do with a battle or competition, you're head and shoulders over your competition. They can't touch you. You win in this case, right? Just know that. There could have been a battle. Here is that Knight of Swords coming to battle. That is the battle. You have been fighting with somebody, maybe competition, something like that, right? But look, you got the 10 of Pentacles. Whatever you've been doing, Pisces, keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind, because I think this is where your success lies. I really do. And here is that Knight of Wands. Again, I'm sensing a battle. I'm sensing an argument. Knight of Wands is the argument. The Knight of Swords, excuse me, the Knight of Swords is the argument. The Knight of Wands is the battle. But look, here is the 8 of Coins. Whatever it's doing, whatever's going on, you concentrate on your career, on getting a new, a new trade, and learning a new skill, a new way to make money. Oh yeah, look, you might be doing that because here's a 10 of staffs. You might already be concentrating on making your money and learning something new. And you might even be overburdened by it, thinking, oh my gosh, I work so hard. Oh, am I going to get anything back from all this hard work that I've been doing? And here's the Hierophant telling me that, you know, this could be something you're doing traditional, or maybe you're learning something. Hierophant also is a teacher. So it could be that you're learning something new, or it could be something to do with a traditional relationship. But I think it's about learning something new, because whatever it is, I think you've been in a battle. Here's the 5 of Wands. Here's that battle. Told you, I sense there's been a battle, competition, fighting. Maybe it's competition at work. Maybe you feel like you got to learn a new skill because you're working hard and you want to get in a new skill because things are changing with COVID, more online. learning to do work in a different way. And there could be a battle, like a competition for the good jobs or the money or whatever. And here's the devil. It could be this, could you could even be dealing with a boss. But I think this could also a Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but it could just be dealing with the seven deadly sins. Like jealousy, competition, like I was just saying, right? Lust and greed and all of that and all. And I think especially if this is about love, like you might be making a decision about love, especially if you've had competition in love, or you've been third party, like they've been with someone else and come back to you and then been with someone else. And whatever it is, you are going to be victorious. Six of Staffs. You are going to win. There's no getting out around that. You are going to win. And it ends on the 10 of Cups. Yes, you are going to win. I mean, that's emotional fulfillment. You come in and victorious at the end, man. This is beautiful, Pisces. Whatever is going on, the fact that you get your emotional fulfillment, that's beautiful. I love that. You did have a couple of different things going on here that we need to look at, though, a little bit closer. But overall, this is amazing reading that you had, because let's see, here's the Lovers. I think I did that out of order. Oh well, it's going to be the order that you're supposed to get it in. So let's see, we got 5, 6, 7, 8 here. So that's it. I thought it was 2 5s, but it was a 5 and a 6. No, there were 2 5s. Here it is a 5. Oh no, it's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a 5. Ah, gotcha. Okay, I got you. A lot of fighting, right? But you'll be victorious, especially if it's about money and getting a new skill and competing at work. You had 2 Knights. That just means there's going to be a lively debate. You might have to argue your way through something, that type of thing. But here's what got me. You got 3 10s. 3 10s. 3. That's beautiful. Let's see what 3 10s means in this for you. And you guys, as usual, I just realized I'm not going to be able to go very far tonight. I thought I was going to be able to do all 12. I'm not. I'm already not feeling that great. So, but this is what 3 10s mean. 3 10s. Endings and beginnings. Everything is coming to an end faster than you anticipated. Finding your path and calling in a matter of months. So finding your path and finding your calling within a matter of months. Okay, so be aware of that, Pisces. That's beautiful. And next we got your major arcana, and you had 4 major arcana, and I don't even know if it came out in this way, because this card popped up in the top here, and I want to say that this came out after the Devil, actually, but it's hard. I'll just read it this way. The Star. This was the main card. And I know that whatever's going on, after you pour out your emotions and, you let go of all the tears and pain and whatever you've been through, that the sun will shine on you again. And this could be dealing with a marriage. Maybe you had a marriage that, Pisces at, or something traditional like that, something happened. You might be just learning something new as well. But I think that I don't know why I get this sense that a marriage was affected by, like sex and cheating and deception and deceit and, lies. So some Pisces might feel like they have to make that decision about their lover, about the person they love. But remember, whatever you do, Not only are you in a position to win, but you had the star. So whatever you go through, the sun will rise again and it will shine on you again, Aquarius. I mean, on Pisces. Pisces. So do know that, okay? I was thinking of the star because that's Aquarius, but that was your card in this reading. So, Pisces, I hope this resonated with some Pisces out there. Much love and light to you. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share the videos and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit the little bell so you know when I'm going live and uploading new videos and things of that nature, okay? So much love and light to you, Pisces. Many blessings. And I'm going to just go check really quick, but oh, I've had a couple of people out here. I see Connor Mike. Hey, he's a Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Connor Milks. Connor Milk's birthday is December 19th. And he said he appreciates what I'm doing. Bless you, Connor. Bless you. And Mr. Green Bastard says, my cancer is in regression. Bless you, Mr. Green Bastard. Bless you. I'm so glad to hear your cancer is in remission. And Patrick congratulated Mr. Green. How beautiful. So glad to hear that you guys were out here tonight. I know I meant to do more of these readings, and I'm only an hour in, but I don't feel that great, you guys. I tell you what, if I feel better, I'll come back and I'll do some more in a little bit. If not, I'll come back and do some more tomorrow, okay? Much love, much light, many blessings to you guys. I'm going to go and get myself together and feel a little bit better, okay? Blessings to you all. Much love to you. So let's see here. Go down here. Yeah. Blessing. I only got through 4 of you tonight, but you know what? That's okay. I'll do 4 more tomorrow and 4 more Monday, and before you know it, we'll be done with all the readings for the new moon, okay? Much love to you guys. Many blessings. Remember to spread love and joy and sunshine wherever you go. All right? Blessings. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.